New York City, a symphony in steel and glass, a testament to ambition and artistry. From its humble beginnings to its soaring heights, the city's architecture tells a story of constant evolution, mirroring the dreams and aspirations of its people. Each era has left its mark, a unique layer in the city's grand architectural tapestry. Our journey begins centuries ago, long before the first skyscraper pierced the clouds. Imagine a time when New York was still New Amsterdam, a bustling port town clinging to the southern tip of Manhattan. This was a time of Dutch gabled houses and English row houses, the seeds of a city destined for greatness. Over the centuries, New York's skyline would be redrawn time and again, reflecting waves of immigration, technological advancements, and evolving artistic tastes. From the elegant brownstones of the Upper West Side to the sleek skyscrapers of Midtown, each architectural style tells a story, a chapter in the ongoing saga of New York City. Join us as we travel through time, exploring the architectural wonders that have shaped this iconic cityscape. From the Dutch colonial era to the age of supertalls, we'll uncover the stories behind the stones and steel and the people who dared to dream big. Our journey begins in the 17th century with the arrival of Dutch settlers who brought their architectural traditions to the shores of New Amsterdam. Imagine quaint gabled houses with stepped facades, their red brick walls a warm contrast to the blue waters of the harbour. These Dutch colonial homes, though few remain today, are the earliest architectural ancestors of the city. As New Amsterdam transitioned into New York under British rule, a new architectural style emerged, the Federal style. Inspired by the classical ideals of ancient Greece and Rome, Federal-style buildings were characterized by their symmetrical facades, Palladian windows, and elegant ornamentation. These structures, like the Grand City Hall, exuded a sense of order and prosperity, reflecting the young nation's aspirations. The 19th century saw the rise of the brownstone, a New York City icon. These row houses, built from a distinctive reddish-brown sandstone, became synonymous with the city's burgeoning middle class. With their high stoops, bay windows, and ornate cornices, brownstones added a touch of elegance and uniformity to the city's streetscape. Walking through neighborhoods like Brooklyn Heights or Greenwich Village today, one can still feel the presence of these bygone eras, the Dutch gables, the Federal facades, the rows of brownstones. They are whispers of the past, reminding us of the city's rich and layered history. The late 19th century brought about a revolution in building technology, the invention of the elevator and the development of steel frame construction. These innovations allowed architects to break free from the constraints of masonry and reach for unprecedented heights, giving birth to the skyscraper. The early skyscrapers, like the iconic Flatiron Building, were architectural marvels of their time. Inspired by the Beaux-Arts style, they featured ornate facades, elaborate cornices, and soaring towers. These buildings weren't just tall, they were works of art, symbols of American ingenuity and ambition. The Roaring Twenties ushered in the Art Deco era, and with it a new breed of skyscrapers. Buildings like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building, with their sleek lines, geometric patterns, and gleaming spires, became instant icons, embodying the glamour and optimism of the Jazz Age. But amidst the economic boom, a new architectural movement was emerging: modernism. Rejecting ornamentation in favor of functionality, modernist architects sought to create buildings that were simple, elegant, and true to their materials. The Seagram Building, with its bronze and glass facade and minimalist design, marked a turning point in New York's architectural history, ushering in the era of the international style. Section 4. The City Reinvented. The post-World War II era saw New York City grappling with its identity amid social change and economic uncertainty. Architecture, as always, reflected this ongoing dialogue, with styles like brutalism making a bold statement. Think of the stark concrete facades of the Whitney Museum of American Art, also known as the Marcel Breuer Building, a departure from the sleek glass and steel of its predecessors. Yet the allure of glass and steel remains strong. The rise of corporate giants in the latter half of the 20th century led to a new generation of skyscrapers, taller and sleeker than ever before. The World Trade Center towers, once symbols of global commerce, exemplified this era of super-tall structures, forever changing the city's skyline. But New York has always been a city of contrasts. While corporate giants reached for the sky, a renewed appreciation for historic preservation took root. Neighborhoods like SoHo and Tribeca, once home to industrial lofts, were transformed into residential enclaves, their cast-iron facades and cobblestone streets whispering tales of a bygone era. This juxtaposition of old and new, grit and glamour, is what makes New York's architectural landscape so captivating. It's a city that never stands still, constantly evolving, reinventing itself while holding on to its past. Section 5, a sustainable skyline. As we entered the 21st century, a new awareness of environmental responsibility began to shape the city's architectural landscape. Sustainability became more than a buzzword, it became a necessity. Architects began to embrace innovative materials and technologies, designing buildings that were not only visually stunning but also environmentally conscious. The Bank of America Tower, with its rainwater harvesting system, ice-powered air conditioning, and on-site power generation, set a new standard for green skyscrapers. Green roofs, once a novelty, became increasingly common, providing insulation, reducing stormwater runoff, and bringing a touch of nature back to the concrete jungle. The focus on sustainability extended beyond individual buildings to encompass entire neighborhoods. The redevelopment of the High Line, a once abandoned elevated railway, into a vibrant park showcased the potential for transforming industrial relics into green spaces. In Section 6, the future is now. Today, New York City stands at the forefront of architectural innovation, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Super skinny skyscrapers like 432 Park Avenue, with its slender profile and minimalist design, are redefining the city's skyline. These architectural marvels are not just feats of engineering, they are testaments to human ingenuity and the pursuit of vertical living, but the future of New York City architecture is about more than just reaching new heights. It's about creating buildings that are not only beautiful, but also intelligent and responsive to their surroundings. Imagine facades that adapt to changing weather conditions, reducing energy consumption, or buildings that harness the power of the sun and wind to generate their own energy. The future of New York City architecture is bright, sustainable, and full of possibilities. It's a future where technology and creativity converge to create a built environment that is both awe-inspiring and environmentally responsible. Section 7. What's your New York story? As we conclude our journey through the architectural wonders of New York City, we invite you to share your own stories. What's your favorite building in New York City? Is it a soaring skyscraper that pierces the clouds, a historic landmark that whispers tales of bygone eras, or a hidden gem tucked away on a quiet street? Every New Yorker has a personal connection to the city's architecture, whether it's the brownstone you grew up in, the skyscraper you work in, or the park bench where you had your first kiss. These architectural elements shape our experiences and memories. So tell us, what's your New York story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate the architectural tapestry that makes this city so unique.